Minagoya be namakota macha NAKON'I'A techina.
Amba washday. Naka namia Theresa watch. Today we're going to work on time and distance. If you remember from last time, I gave you we pluralized the word iha'i, to have reached. I have reached it, you have reached it, he or she, we reached it, you all reached it, they reached it. If you remember that, I'm not going to write that down today. You can go back on the next one. But today we're going to do time. Dona iha'i. Dona iha'i. I will write it down for you. Dona iha I he. Now you can just say dona ihahi if you're a woman. I put the he on because it's a question. As you can see, it starts with a D, so you don't need the question marker. But I am going to write dona ihahi. And this translates to what time is it? Dona ihahi he. So, if it's waji, dona ihahi he. What time is it? Waji ihahi. Waji ihahi. Waji iha I. So, because you're asking this, when you say iha'i, dona iha'i, you'll always know that's talking about time. So now, dona iha'i he. I'm asking you, waji iha'i. One, it has reached. And what we translate to, it is now 1 o'clock. Waji iha'i. Now, when we talk about half past the hour, if you remember, hahe, that equals half. So, let us say, or we use some also on time, and that is over. Okay? Half and over. Okay, now let's say our time, your time now is 1 o'clock, right? 1 o'clock. Let's say now our time is 1:30. Again, dona iha'i. Now, let's say doba, sam, hage, iha'i. Okay, so now what I'm telling you is this is 4 over half we have reached. See? So what it will translate to? It is 4:30. Dona iha'i. Num iha'i. It is 2 o'clock. Okay. Dona iha'i. Okay. Okay, waji iha'i. It is 11 o'clock. I'll do another one. Let's do 11:30. Dona iha'i. It is 11:30. Age, Waji, Sam, Hage, Iha'i. 11 over half we have reached. So then you will say, it is 11:30. Age waji sam hage iha'i. Does that help? I hope that I explained my time well. Now we're going to move on and we're going to talk, this is how you tell the time. Now we're going to go on to distance. You know how sometimes you want to go to Regina and you want to know how far Regina is. I'll show you how to say this. Now, for distance, we use this is, I'm just going to write, oh no, I better write the whole thing. How do you spell kilometers? C-O-L-L-O-M or C-O-L-O?
C-I-L-O.
Maki Utabi equals kilometers, which this is the destination. Plus the amount of kilometers. This is what this translates to. And I will explain more to you in a few minutes here. But hujubina makiutabi. Hujubina. Makiutabi. And what I'm asking you, how far is Regina? So now I'm going to tell you. This is how you would write it. You always write your number. Your distance. Makiutabi. Huhujubina. Makiutabi wikjemna. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. Huhujubina Makiutabi wikjemna shaknoha. And what that translates to is Regina. Huhujubina is Wikjemna Shoknoha, 80 kilometers. What's the abbreviation for kilometers? KM, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. And then that will be kilometers or distance away. And that's how you would say it. Hujubina or Otua Oinaji, Fort Qu'Appelle. Makiutabi, Wikjemna, Shoknoha. Regina is 80 kilometers away. I did Fort Qu'Appelle too, so let's do Fort Qu'Appelle. Hokua Oinaj. Makiutabi. I don't know, I kind of have a feeling I'm not articulating that. Makiutabi, there we go. Wikjemna Doba. And what I'm saying, Hoku Owaji Makiutabi Wikjemna Doba. Fort Qu'Appelle is 40 kilometers distance or away. And this is, that Makiutabi is is the destination and kilometers. I'm going to explain those words to you in a few minutes here. We're going to go on to foot, to measure feet. Now, to measure feet, we call it a different word. We call it tachakyutabi. Tachakyutabi. Same as this though. Only I'm going to write ki in front of it. This is always placed before the number of the feet that you are. So let's say, this is always placed before the number, and haska. Haska is he or she is tall. That's to be tall. It translates to he or she is tall. And these two words are going to mahaska. This is I am tall. Ma, meaning myself, haska, I am tall. Nihaska, you are tall. See, this is changing, and I'm making that you are tall. Okay, now I'm going to ask you how tall you are. Hokshina ne tachakyutabi. Sapta haska. Hokshina ne tacha, sorry, forgot my A, tacha kyutabi zapta haska. And what this says is this boy, it translates to this boy is zapta, 5 tachayutabi, feet tall. Hokshina nasi, it goes before your number. You make sure you put the tachayukabi, tachayukabi haska, tachayutabi zapta haska. This boy is 5 feet tall, and you always put your number before before your number. I'll do one more. Oh, I got enough room down here. Let's do it down here. Let's do this one here. Tancha, this A is nasalized, I'm sorry. Tancha kyutabi shakpe nahaska. And what I'm telling you is, I am 6 feet tall. I am 6 feet tall. See? Tancha kyutabi shakpe mahaska. Feet, 6, I am. I hope you're understanding that. It sounded so much better when I was doing it in my head this morning and last night.
Oh, it's quite easy to follow.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Breaking it down like that.
Okay, we'll do one more. This is just a different way of saying it. Tacha kyutabi doba nihaska. Now, Feet for you are. You are tall. You are 4 feet tall, huh? So that is your distance and your feet. I hope you understand that. We're going to go on now. Iha, I. And you know that this is he or she has reached a certain place or time. Dona haska iha ya I. Dona haska iha ya I. Now, after I said all those for you, can you imagine what I'm asking here? And then if you're a man, you can ask the he. Dona haska iha ya I. So what I'm asking is how much? Long, tall, have you reached? And that's not what we're going to say. What it's going to translate to is how tall are you is what we would translate to after you ask this question. How much tall have you reached? How tall are you? Dona haska ihayahi. And then I would probably say tancha kiutabi shakbe ihawahi. That would be my answer. Well, I'm not 6 feet tall, but that would be my answer. Tacha ki utabi shakbe iha iwahi I ha. Now I'm changing it because I have reached and I'm putting my wa in here. That's making it me. I am 6 feet tall. Feet 6 I have reached is what it translates to. Feet 6 I have reached. I am 6 feet tall. Dayaha. Okay, and then the next, this next one, I'm going to take this because I want to start fresh up. I'm going to break down the 2 words that I've introduced you today. I'm going to break that down and tell you what they mean. Okay, let's do this one first. And that is a kilometer. And then that is foot. Okay, both of these contain the element kiutabi, and that is a unit of measurement. Is what it means, translates to in Nakoda. Now for this, you're adding the ma, taking the ka out of it, which is meaning the earth. So that's why you get your kilometer. Maka utabi, that's the measurement. Maka meaning the earth. So maka utabi is when you're measuring the earth in kilometers. This is your earth, so you're measuring your earth, maka, your maka right here, and your earth on top, and then you're measuring it. Waji maka utabi, numba ya maka utabi, yamni maka utabi. Every kilometer. Oh, sorry, I went from, okay, now for our tachayukabi, now it also has you notice the tancha, which is the body, right? And then you're adding your kiyutabi to it, which is an measurement, tancha yukabi, and that is getting you the length of yourself. See, so that's like body
Yeah.
plus measurement. And then you get your tancha yukabi. And that's how you break down the words for the kilometers and the, see, you know that your makocha is your land. Your winchashtabi, that's not how you spell it, but I'm going to spell it the way I'm saying it, and that's your people. And then I just added these in here. My Nakoda, I am Nakoda, and NAKON'I'A. Nakon, I am of that kind. NAKON'I'A. Nakon, I am of that kind. And what else do I have here? Oh, I had a few places. The last thing I'm going to cover before we go, before we move on is I just want to go over your stress markers. You know how the rule of thumb is the second syllable is always stressed in Nakoda? So I'm going to show you some good examples. The rule of thumb is the second syllable or the second vowel is always accented in Nakoda. And I'm going to give you a few examples. Gasuna, gasuna, gasuna. I'm just going to put the, and that is an Asian person, gasuna. And you see, gasuna. Gikta. Gikta, see? Gikta. Get up. And that's just to get up. Gikta. Gikta. See? When I'm saying it. Gagusha. 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 Oh, it's sha. Gugusha. Gugusha. You see how when I'm stressing it, I'm kind of emphasizing that. Gagusha. And that is a pig. How about hunga? Hunga. 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 And that is a sheep. No, sija. Sija. See, you notice I'm saying that I'm sija. That's too bad. Gaki. Gaki. You see? Do you hear me? I'm stressing that second, and that's like over there. Gaki. Mawani. 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 And that's I walk. Mawani. And then one more, that's good. And why they say that, I'm going to give you an English version of why we use the second one. Let's use permit. Okay? Permit. I'm going to emphasize the second one. This permit is going to give you permission. This one, it gives permission. Permiss. I'm not sure about the English. That's not spelled right? Oh, it is? Okay. And now I'm going to tell you, this is a permit. Now I'm going to tell you permit. Permit. And this permit, it's a document granting you access. So you see the difference in it? It's a document. And you notice how I say permit, and it's going to give me a permission, but this permit is a document. I'm just trying to show you where the stress is, and that helps you to notice the words between these here. Okay. Toga. Toga, it means to be before or ahead of, right? Or toga, or I'm going to say toga. Toga, and that is your enemy. So did I toga? Toga. And the
You really have to be careful there.
Yeah.
There was another thing that you're writing to that I noticed was before maki, maki means you could be saying two different things.
yeah,
if
and
you're saying it. Yeah.
and these stressors, those are the ones. Let's do another one then. Oh huh? Huh? Oh ha? And that is he or she wears, huh? Oh ha, she wears. Okay. Oh ha. Now, this is he or she wears it. They're wearing it, or this is the middle. Oh ha. Oh ha. See, so it matters about where the stress markers were, because we're just learning, we're beginners. I don't use those stress markers a lot, but it does matter, because if you're going to articulate the words properly, you need to know where to, what is the,
Where to emphasize.
yes, that's the word I'm looking for, where to emphasize. So I'm hoping that will help you guys articulate better with the word vocabulary that you have. Akawichim nagingt ambawashte yuhano. Pinamaya.
Minagoya be namakota macha NAKON'I'A techina